As demonstrated in step 2, it is really important to take a gradual stepwise approach to training. Working from easier interactions towards those that are potentially harder for your cat will build confidence, positive associations, and enjoyment in the training. When this is mastered, it's time to train for nose in the mask. Remember, the mask is never forced upon your cat, and your cat chooses to take part. When ready to train with the mask, turn the mask inside out so that it looks flatter and is less of an enclosed object for your cat to put its sensitive nose into. 2 masks are provided with your AeroKat Chamber, so this turned mask is the spare, which becomes your training mask. Lure the nose into the mask by placing food, which may be treats, in the hole at the back. As your cat places its nose in the mask, click, and gently push the food forward so that your cat can access it to eat. Mask. Mask. Now we can start to shape voluntary approaches. Lure with food a few times to shape interest in the mask. This time, mark the nose in mask behavior with a click. Take the food out of the mask and feed. After a few repetitions of this, move to offering the mask without food in it, marking nose in mask and rewarding away from the mask. When your cat is confident with placing their nose in the inside-out mask, you can progress to offering the mask back to its normal enclosed shape, and then add on the next piece of the chamber. Initially, with each new step, use food to lure interest, clicking as your cat places its nose into the mask, and then feeding outside the mask following each click. After a few repetitions, reduce the lure so that your cat is placing their nose in the mask without food in it. When your cat is confident, stop luring completely. Continue to shape for increasing confidence with placing the nose in the mask, always clicking for nose in and feeding outside the mask. If at any stage your cat no longer offers nose in mask, go back to luring, making things easier for just a few repetitions. Remember, this should always be a voluntary behavior with your cat remaining comfortable and in control. We then present the assembled chamber. As this is new, use food in the chamber initially. Click when your cat voluntarily approaches and places its nose in the mask, and then release the food from the chamber for the cat to eat. Gradually diminish the use of the lure until it is no longer needed. To give your cat maximal control and ensure that interactions with the chamber are voluntary, add a cue. This is an invitation for your cat to take part, a signal to tell them that if they choose to approach and place their nose in the mask, rewards are available. A cue can be verbal, for example, mask. Or visual, for example, a gentle finger tap on the mask. Add the cue when your cat is already comfortable placing its nose in the mask and will predictably do so. Do so by saying mask or tapping the mask just before your cat decides to place its nose in. If your cat doesn't respond to the cue, it may be that it isn't well enough understood, or that the behavior may not be learned yet. Your cat may also be tired or distracted, full of food, or the food may not be perceived to be of high enough value to your cat. This is worth assessing at each step. The cue should not be repeated if your cat does not respond, and the mask should never be forced towards your cat. Simply take a break. Go back to something easier, and then build back up to where you feel the behavior is well understood by your cat before trying again. At all times during training, watch out for your cat's comfort and voluntary participation. Take training steps slowly. If in doubt, stop. Ask yourself, is your cat actively participating? Do they choose to approach and seem engaged? Do they seem relaxed and are welcoming the food? If so, time for step 4. Teaching your cat to hold its face in the AeroKat Chamber for the duration of its treatment. Always be sure your cat is happy, engaged, and in control.